we are now on measurement. Okay. Uh, Anyone from the class, do you have any idea of what measurement is? What is a measurement?
Ano, size-an, yung
Size, hand.
object na yung pinimeasure.
Okay. So actually, the measurement, this is, diba, all objects man have dimensions. No? So, to quantify those dimensions, that is where we use measurement. Okay? So, quantification lang siya of dimensions. So, in this topic, in this lesson, we're going to introduce the concept of measurement, which is an important topic in mathematics and in physics, of course. And we're also going to take a look at a particular system of measurement called the metric system. Okay. So, yeah. Some are still trying to join. Okay, so let's define measurement first. So the word measurement, okay, the word measurement is derived from the Greek word metron, which means a limited proportion. The history of measurement is a topic within the history of science and technology. So, ayun nga, just like what I've said earlier, object have different physical property, no, or dimensions. So let's say they have different sizes, they have different weights or volumes, etc. Okay, so the whole point of measurement is to quantify those properties, to put them in number form. Okay, which is yun na nga, to put them just in number form. Kasi without measurement, we can say that someone is tall or someone is short. Or we can also say that something is heavy or it is light. Okay, so without measurement, yun lang yung gagawin natin. No? That is subjective, that someone is tall or someone is short. Okay, so those are relative terms kasi and that don't give us a specific information. Okay, so if you were to make an actual measurement, we can actually say, instead of just saying someone is tall or short, we can say that someone is 160 centimeters long. Just like that, di ba? So, meron na tayong number. May quantity na tayo doon, yung 160 centimeters. Or that something is 6 kilograms heavy. Or, yeah, ganun. So, that is now a measurement. A quantification now of a physical property of an object. Okay, so that is measurement. Okay, so measurements use an actual number to describe properties like ayun na nga, this is what I've said earlier, yung height, yung weight. Okay, so that you can know them more precisely. Okay, but there's a catch. Unless you know what a centimeter or a kilogram is, those measurements won't be very helpful. Bakit? Of course, if we don't know or if we still don't have an idea of what kilogram or centimeters, what are those, then I don't know, parang we won't actually know what that is. Kung wala pa tayong background, kung how tall or how heavy, how long or how heavy a thing is, if we don't have an idea of what centimeter and what kilogram is. Okay? So centimeters and kilograms are example of what we call units of measure. Okay? Dami pa lang nag-join kung nakikita. Okay. Here's the PowerPoint there. Units of measurement. So, nasa units of measurement na tayo. So, units of measurement are predetermined quantities. Dami pang nag-join. Okay, so again, units of measurement. Sira ako natutuhay kay sige pag-join ng iba. Okay. So, again, units of measurements are predetermined quantities we use as references. And it is really important to be familiar with common units of measurement so you know what various measurement means. Okay, someone's still trying to join. And may magjo-join pa ba? Okay, asa na tayo? Units of measurement. Mhm. Okay, so again, no, units of measurements are predetermined quantities we use as references. And it's really important to be familiar with common units of measurement so you know what various measurement means. So units of measurement aren't something fundamental to mathematics. Okay? Just like math addition and subtraction kasi that's a fundamental in mathematics, no? In fact, a measurement is something that we could agree on, no? Meaning we can use anything to be a unit of measurement. Okay? So for instance, I can say that I am as tall as 13 hot dogs. Okay? I can say that is safe to say that it is a unit of measurement, yung hot dogs. Okay, I am as tall as 13 hot dogs, or that I weigh about 3,259 donuts, something like that. Diba? So the problem of using those kinds of unit is that hot dogs and donuts aren't very consistent. Okay, unless we are using the same exact hot dogs and donuts, so we'll probably come up with different height and weight. Okay, so that's the ano, parang the problem of using anything, kumbaga, just to come up with a unit of measurement. Okay, uh, so unit of measurement, this is an amount that people invent and agree on so they can communicate. Okay? So ayan nga, kaya we could just agree to use just about anything, just like what I've said earlier, that I am, for instance, I am 13 hot dogs tall, and I weigh as many as 3,200 something donuts. Okay? Okay. So again, the problem of using just about anything as a unit of measurement is that, ayun nga, inconsistent. Because nagva-vary, hindi naman ganun ka-consistent yung hot dogs and then donuts. So to get around that problem, the units that we use in mathematics and in sciences are standardized. Which means that we actually devised a unit of measurement that is consistent and it was standardized. Okay, which means that they match official standards amounts that can be measured over and over again, and it would give exactly the same result. Okay, so na-standardized yung unit of measure na ginagamit natin today. So there's even a government agency called the Bureau of Weights and Measurements that defines and maintains those standard measurements. Okay, so I think wala naman to sa Philippines, but uh, I think the other countries have the Bureau of Weights and Measurement. Okay, this is the sector of the government that ensures that these measurements are followed strictly. Okay, so saan na tayo? Ayan. Throughout history, a variety of different units have come in and out of popularity. For example, the ancient Egyptians, they used units like cubits and kites, which I don't know if you've already heard of those measure or units being used today. Diba? Parang it's not being, we don't even know what they are. I think I have an idea about this. Yung yung qubit ata is parang, does anyone know how long is a qubit? Anyone from the class who can share? Search natin sa internet kung how long ba
18
is one
inches.
qubit. Ha?
18 inches.
18 inches? That's according to where, Mr. What's that?
Wala ka ba nga di, sir?
Okay. Ano? Internet?
Opo.
Qubit measurement. Okay. So,
From the
ayan.
elbow to the tip of the middle finger.
Ayan. Oo. So, qubit is parang from the elbow to the tip of your middle finger. So, that's one qubit. So, I think we are not using this nowadays na, di ba? So, parang phased out agad itong unit of measurement na to, which was used by the Egyptians. Okay? Okay, in modern times, there are a lot of different units used in different countries, but the most popular system of units used around the world is called the metric system. Okay? The metric system is the most popular uh, unit used all around the world. It's also named as the International System of Units, or in short, it is named SI units. Okay? That is, again, the International System of Units. Okay? But the term metric system is still often used to refer to this system. So, pwede din siyang tawaging metric system. So, the metric system is a really great idea because it makes the math involved with certain measurement and unit conversion much easier to do. That is because the metric system is in base of 10. Okay? Meaning in converting these units, all we have to do is to just move the decimal points. Okay? You'll see later kung how do we convert this kind of this metric system. Okay, someone is trying to join. So SI units, the SI was developed in 1960 from the meter kilogram second or CGS system, which in turn had many variants. So the SI units for the four basic physical quantities, the length, time, mass, and temperature are, okay, for the length, we have meter. That's the SI unit that we're using. For the volume, that's liter. For mass, this kilogram. For unit of time, that's Kelvin. Unit of time is second. And then for the units of temperature, that is Kelvin. Okay. So, let's first go to the length. Okay. So, we use this unit for the length. This SI unit for length, we use meter. Okay. And then you also use prefixes to identify units higher and lower than a meter. Okay, so we have these prefixes. So we have deca, hecto, kilo, deci, centi, and milli. So decameter is 10 times longer than a meter. Hectometer is about 100 times longer than a meter. And kilometer is 1,000 times longer than meter. So these three uh, prefixes are to indicate that they are higher than a meter. Okay, so that is deca, hecto, and kilo. So these are also the prefixes lower than a meter. So we have deci, which makes a decimeter that is 10 times um, shorter than a meter, and so on. Now we also have the centimeter and then millimeter. So again, these three are prefixes that we use to indicate that it is lower than a meter. Now, hindi naman lahat ito common na ginagamit. So that is why kanina we have introduced yung history, yung cubits na part, no? Because they were used by the Egyptians, but then we are not using them now. So some of these prefixes are not commonly used in today's society, di ba? So which are commonly used lang dito sa unit measurement of length. Ano yung mga common na ginagamit natin in today's society? So we have the meter, common na ginagamit yan. What else? Kilometer. What else? So yung common lang na ginagamit natin dito is ito, si meter, kilometer, and then centimeter, tapos millimeter. Diba? So these are the the four measurements na ginagamit natin nowadays, na common na ginagamit. Kasi although some are valid, they're not as popular as the others. No? May nag-chat. Audible pa ba ako? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So here are the abbreviations of this SI units. Okay. For meters, we have M. For decameter, we have DM. Hectometer is HM. A kilometer is KM. For decimeter, we have DM. Centimeter is CM. And millimeter is MM. And this is how we convert naman. This is how we convert this system of unit. Okay. So, since decameter is 10 times, so naka-base of 10 man tayo, di ba? For this SI units. So, decameter is 10 times longer than a meter. So, that means you just have to move the decimal point to the left once. Kasi nga, base 10. Okay? So, that means if you are given 347.5 meters, that would be equal to, I'm gonna change the color. This would be equal to 34.75 decameter. Okay, do you follow? What do you think would be 347.5 meter in hectometer?
3.47 centimeter. I mean, hectometer.
Okay,
3.4.
so that would be 3.475 hectometer. Okay? Sa kilometer, ganun din yung mangyayari. We'll just move the decimal point to the left once. So we'll have 0.3475 kilometer. Okay, now, let's have yung prefixes shorter than a meter. Now, since again, base 10, but then yung decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter are prefixes or are units that indicates that they are shorter than a meter. Now, what we'll do naman dito is we'll just move the decimal point to the right pag shorter siya sa meter. So, how many decimeter is 347.5 meter? How do we convert that to decimeter? Yung 347.5 meter. Yeah. So remember, base of 10, so that means we will just basically move the decimal point again to the right. Okay? So decimeter kasi is 10 times shorter than a meter. So this would be 3,475 decimeter. Yan. Gets?
Gets.
That is, let's have now centimeter. How many centimeter is 347.5 meters?
34,000.
That would be 34,750.
750 centimeter.
Centimeter. Okay. Of course, yung millimeter natin would be 347,500 millimeter. Okay. So, ganun lang kadali, no? Yung SI unit of meter. Diba? This metric system. Kasi nga, naka-base 10. So, all we have to do lang is to move our decimal number. The same goes with the units that we're using for volume. Diba? So, for volume, we are using liter. Okay, so the same prefixes yung ginagamit natin for liter. We have decaliter, hectoliter, kiloliter, deciliter, centiliter, and milliliter. But again, hindi ito lahat common na ginagamit natin for today's society, right? So what are the common units lang na ginagamit natin for volume na nakikita nyo dito? So of course, liter. Nagamit natin yung liter and milliliter. So yun lang yung common na ginagamit natin, di ba? Napaka konti ng instances that we hear decaliter, hecto, kilo, kiloliter, deciliter. But then, again, ano yan? Legit na, ano yan, na system of measurement. But then, again, yung popular lang kasi and the most common that's being used is liter and milliliter. So in conversion, ganun din yung mangyayari sa volume based sa length natin kanina. Yan. So again, no, a decaliter times 10, hectoliter times 100, and then kiloliter is times 1,000 of a liter, and then so deciliter is 10 times less, centiliter is 100 times less, and milliliter yan, typo lang. Okay, this should be liter. Liter yan ha. Okay, so if we convert now a measurement, so if we have 1.75 na Coke, let's say for instance, ilang decaliter yan? So 1.75 liters, ilang decaliter kaya? Anyone from the class? Ilang decaliter C liters?
0.175, sir.
0.175 and so on, di ba? So ganun lang siya kadali. For hectoliter naman, that is 0.0175, right? Sa kiloliter is 0.00175. Don't forget to write the units, ha? So, deciliter, this would be, ano yung deciliter natin?
17.5.
17.5. So, 17.5 deciliter. For centiliter,
175.
175 centiliter, and then of course for milliliter that's 1,750 ml. Yan. Okay, so that is how
Excuse.
this, yes.
It decaliter ng deciliter. Poroslet kasurot.
What was that?
Iti assign na
Decaliter.
sir. Kung i-bagat shortcut, di ba? Decaliter, DL. Tapos deciliter. Same la talaga tara.
Oh, ano ya? Okay. Yeah. Deciliter. According kasi dito is liter lang din yung ginagamit nila.
So ma-base na lang talaga sir naka-input na number ano.
Yeah, oo. So all we have to do na lang dito muna is, unless we we write it like this. Itong si uh, 0.175 liters. Okay? And then 0.0175 liter lang din. Actually, yeah. That's what's gonna happen, di ba? Kasi 1.75 liter is equal to 0.175 decaliter. That's what is written kasi sa source dito. So, naglalagay lang sila ng decimal and then yung base pa rin yung ginagamit natin. Itong unit pa rin. For
Okay, sir.
the
Noted.
prefixes, that is higher than the base. Tapos pag sa lower naman, ito na yung ginagamit, yung DL, CL, and then ML. Pag higher, yung base pa rin yung ginagamit, yung liter. Okay? Okay. So, for the mass, we are using gram. Okay, so we also use the same prefixes, decagram, hectogram, and kilogram for prefixes higher than a gram. And then we have decigram, centigram, and milligram for prefixes lower than a units that is being used in today's society. So we are just using the most popular is of course the base, which is gram. What else? Ano pa yung most common used na unit dito? Aside from gram.
Kilogram.
Kilogram.
Milligram.
Yes. Kilogram and milligram. So ito sila yung mga commonly used. Gram, kilogram, and milligram. So ganun pa din yung conversions natin. Okay? So that is how we convert pa rin. We just move the decimal point to the left kung if you're using prefixes higher than a gram, and to the right naman if we're using prefixes less than a gram. Diba? Kasi nga, base of 10, so most likely, tig-isang places lang tayo, tig-isang decimal places, nag-move yung decimal point natin. Okay. Now, for time naman, we are using, for time, okay, so ito muna. Let's try to convert this for decagram. How many gram would 840 decagram? How would we convert 840 gram into a decagram? That would be 84, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tapos pag hectogram naman, that's 8.4. Kilogram, that is
0.84.
0.84. So decigram is 8,400. Centigram is 84,000. And then milligram is 840,000. Ayan. So ito yung gagawin natin is gram, 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 gram. And then degram, centigram, and then milligram. Okay, now for the system unit of time, I think we're already familiar naman that we use yung conversion natin na 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, 1 hour is 60 minutes, which is also 60 minutes is equal to 3,600 seconds. 1 day is 24 hours, and then 1 week is 7 days. 1 year naman is 365 and 1/4. Thus, kung nagpo 4 years na, ika 4 years, we have what we call the leap year. Now, which indicates na nag-accumulate na yung tatlong 1/4 natin plus the 4th year which accumulated to 1 day. Kaya nagiging 366 tayo to the, on the 4th year. Okay? So the first 3 years are just 365 and 1/4 days. Tapos dating ng ika-4th year, so nagiging 366. Okay. So I think we're gonna start na kasi our seminar here. So I think that would be all for today muna. By the way, mayroon na bang naglista ng attendance natin? Okay, kindly send the attendance to me, ha? Hindi pa ako nag-assign kasi nga I was looking for, I was asking earlier if who is the president of the class, who's the acting president. So, hindi nyo man pala alam kung sino. So, kahit sino na lang siguro. You give me the list of the students who attended today and then paki-alphabetize na lang. Last name first, please. Tapos isend nyo sa akin, okay? Kahit sa group chat na to na lang. Okay. So if you don't have questions, kindly, by the way, may questions and concerns kayo? Anyone?
None, sir.
Sir, may
How about
po-post
you?
on slides.
I think yes. I'm gonna be posting that group chat or classroom. Classroom na lang.
Sir,
Thank
excuse
you,
follow
sir.
down, sir, kung pinakitlista.
I don't know. Kay wari nga na ako nag-attendance kay ayun nga we're short on time today because of our event today.
Sir, ang lista ba ni mo? Estudyante nga kaput. Kay
Amo nga
sir,
ni.
Sir Repilius, waray kami bublagan mga continuing wad.
Oh. Okay. Amo nga ni, that's what I've said earlier. Wari ako mag-attendance yan na, so I haven't gone over the list. Kay, ayan nga, we are busy here today. That is why the first 30 minutes laliwatan na ako na discussan. I'll check na lang siguro. Sige, kindly, the attendance ha. Ayun, may concern pa ba? May concern pa? Anyone from the class who has concerns? You can raise your hand. Meron naman dyang icon siguro to raise hands, di ba? If you have questions. You can raise your hand so that I can acknowledge you. Okay, so if you don't have questions, I'll just request everyone to please open their cameras. And then I'll take a screenshot. Yung attendance, don't forget ha. So there are 44. So that means there are 43 of you who's here already. Who attended the class.
Sir, next meeting, sir, exam na ba?
Hindi pa. Wala na, magdi-discuss pa kita.
Over 3 na kasi.
Ano pag dinali? Dire pa iton, magmamove iton. No. Sige na, kaya I think we're gonna have our kasi we're being called na.
Thank you.
Anila ha. Mas screenshot na ako for a while. Yan, sige. Again, thank you for attending. See you again next week ha.
Sige, sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.